All right, howdy ho, guys. This is Gelati. It is April 3rd, 2013, and as of today, I am officially going to start doing vlogs of all the analyzing all the stats that I compile that you guys see on stream all the time. And part of this is for personal tracking. Part of this is because I like sharing the journey that I'm going through, and I think that at the very least, it might be able to help some other people. And if it doesn't, then heck, it's helping me because it gives me a way to track everything I'm doing, my progress, my regress, all that kind of thing. So I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to jump right into this. So give me a second, I'm just working out some kinks here with XSplit, see if it goes to the right stuff. So, okay, there we go. Um, So you should see on your screen myself in the upper left, a Word file on your right, and to the bottom, the spreadsheet that everyone has come to know and love from watching my stream. If I'm going to first explain the spreadsheet. I have a couple times on stream, but I'm going to explain it to people that have not seen my stream before or have not seen me use this spreadsheet before. And I'm going to try to keep it real simple. Okay, so we have a basic Excel spreadsheet. It's nothing fancy. Like, it's seriously just an Excel spreadsheet. I label columns for the date, the day, the time, the match time, my pick number on Champ Select, the result of the game, win or loss, my team's kills, my team's assists, my team's kills, my team's deaths, my team's assists, the league points gained or lost, my league rating after that game is complete, and the league it's in. I also have whether it's the promotion series. So this first bunch of stats is it's almost all environmental stats. So okay, time of day, match time, like real like basic things. Okay. Then I get into self stats. Um, the champion I'm playing, creep score, kills, deaths, assists. Uh, the summoner I am playing against in my lane, I put a dash, put two summoners if it's an AD lane, like if it's like support, and like you'll see I put two here. The opponent's champion, same thing, I'll put two if it's two people. The opponent's CS at the end of the game, I keep track of that. Just it's a nice number for me to keep track of. For this is the weird category I get a lot of questions about. It's the win lane question mark category, and more or less what this is I grade myself on a scale of -2 to 2 to +2. +2 is I completely dominated my lane. 1 is I won, but not like a huge win. 0 is even. -1 is I lost. -2 is I got completely destroyed. So what I do is I add, it helps me determine whether or not I won the lane from that game. It also allows me to total up the end of the month. Like, am I really winning lane as often? Because one of the more common excuses people give is, oh, well, I win my lane all the time, but I just never win. I have to carry my team, or I can't carry my teammates; they're too heavy. I decided to start keeping track of this, like whether or not, in my opinion, this is obviously like the subjective thing. Um, did I win the lane or not? Honestly, so I ask myself that at the end of every game, and I keep track of it. I also keep track of a bunch of other stuff, and you can take this for what it is or not. It's just some of these are just for fun. The first game of the day and the last game of the day, I keep track of these just with a simple yes or no, or yes or blank. First blood again, or first blood for, like when I score first blood. First blood against. The music I'm listening to. This is another one I get some goofy comments out, and this is strictly like my own interest and my own fascination because a while ago when I started keeping track of this, I had a feeling that maybe like that's another environmental factor. Maybe I don't just play better at night, but I play better when I'm listening to a certain type of music or a certain band or something along those lines. Um, then I have whether I'm duo queued or not, my partner's name, my partner's position, champion, and their pick number. And then I have a category over here for notes, and I just add random notes for the game, like, oh, this guy DC'd, or I did really well in lane, but their jungler had good pressure on me. Like any kind of notes, like just extra little side notes I want to add, I'll put in that category. Okay, so every month I'm going to start compiling statistics. And as you can see, I've been keeping track of this since season 3 started. I also kept track of it in preseason, and about halfway through season 2 is when I actually got the idea for this spreadsheet. But it was very simple back then, and I've since refined it to all of these ridiculous categories that I have out here now. So, more or less, I will pull all sorts of information. Some of it I will keep on this sheet here. Other stuff I will I'll just go back and reference, or I can go back and reference if people ask me or not. So I kept track. I go through and I put down a bunch of stuff, like basic things, like a whole. I just analyze all this information, everything from day of the week to music to whether I played 7 games in a session, like this kind of thing. So I put all that in a Word document and I save it and I analyze it. And how do I analyze it? Well, I go through and I pretty much look for outliers or things that surprise me. And this month, a couple of things, and a couple I mean 7 different things, stuck out to me in particular. And I'm going to go first into my KDA, and I'll bring that back up for you guys. My KDA this month, this is strictly for the month of March 2013, was 2.93 to 1. I averaged 4.7 kills, 4.6 deaths, and 8.8 assists this month. Now, you can look into that and analyze it however you want. The way I look at it is I am dying too much, and I am not being enough a part of the game to be scoring a lot of kills. I'm getting a lot. That's a pretty high assist average, considering I play mostly AP mid. A lot of that comes from the fact that my secondary role in solo queue anyway, most of the time is support, and I get a lot of assists that way. But 8.8 is still quite a bit. 4.7 is not enough kills for an AP mid, and 4.6 is quite a lot of deaths for an AP mid. Like to me, those two numbers are way too close together. So I will take that number, for example, this month, and I say, okay, I want to improve that for next month. I need to make sure that I'm not just improving that. Like I don't want to start playing timid just because I want to jack my KDA up, but I do want to be more conscious of whether I'm dying more often or too often. And that's something I want to work on. So back to this guy. My most played champion was Lux. I played 32 games with Lux this month. I went 21-11 with a 5.64 to 1 KDA. What does this tell me? Lux is very strong right now. She's a very safe pick. She caters well to the way I like to play the game. I like to play a very reactive game, and for most mid players, you don't want that. You want someone that's proactive, that's going out and ganking. And Lux, to me, I just feel very comfortable. It allows me to be in many places with the long range ult. It allows me to stand back in a fight. It allows me to be supportive to my team with the shield, the slows, and the roots, because I do find myself to be a very good supportive style player. It also allows me to, she has good. She can have very good lane presence when you play aggressively in lane. A lot of people don't realize that, but I think the combination of good matchups, well, not even good matchup, but very limited bad matchups, a relatively good global presence with the long range ultimate, and the ability to farm safely are all very important in solo queue, and I think that's led to a lot of my success with Lux. Okay, the next thing I got here, 23 champions played. I played 23 different champions this month, and that 23 is including, say for example, if I played Lux support, I will include Lux support and Lux mid as 2 different characters. So there's a couple like Zyra that I've played both mid and support, and that's pretty much it. Zyra and Lux, and maybe Diana I've played top jungle and mid. More or less, 23 is a pretty big number, and while I like to boast that I have a pretty big champion pool, I really don't, not at a high level. And one of the things I want to work on is trimming that number down, not like drastically reducing it, but really, really trimming that number down and finding like my bread and butter. And I think I'm starting to kind of discover that more, that I'm playing a lot more intensely now. So I'm looking to, cut that number by 5 or 6 for the next month. Like get that down to, the 16, 17 range, maybe less if it's possible. Next, one of the stats I keep track of is the time of games, like the match time. And over the actually close to a year and a half now that I've been keeping track of these statistics, like back in season 2, I've always thought that I actually performed better in longer games. And statistically, um, long games, I'm pretty even still. Between 20 and 30 minutes, I'm relatively even. But between that 30 and 35-minute mark this month, I was 19-9. Now that could be any number of things. I know for a fact one of those games, what the enemy team had a DC, and it went to 35. It was like 31 minutes, and that's really, the game should be over by then, which is a testament to their 45 ability and my team's ineptitude, or my ineptitude. But 19-9 in 30 to 35-minute games. I think a big part of that is I'm a much better late game player. I'm also the champions I tend to play are better like in that 30 to like post 30-minute range. Like Lux, Rise, Kha'Zix are all very, very potent after that point, and that's I'm going to attribute that to that. I have to go back and check like who I played in all of those games, but I know a bunch of them were Lux. Keep this moving. One of the other things I keep track of is my pick order, and I go back and track my pick order statistics. So what's my record when I'm first, second, third, fourth, fifth, etc. When I was third pick this month, I was 17-10. It's a little bit. The pick order statistics tend to vary the least. They have the fewest variations. It's all like pretty close to 500 or pretty close to like my win ratio. But this month, I kind of saw that when I was third pick, 17-10 is a pretty good record. Third pick's nice because it lets you see kind of what their team's going for and allows you to pick against it. Not entirely, but you get to see at least 2 picks, sometimes 3. So, and then fifth pick, I was 7-12, and I attribute a lot of that. Actually, 2 of those losses were mid. The other 10, I was support. So that's really me just needing to become, or not support, support, or it was support, jungle. It was all the other 4 roles encompass that. That just shows me I need to kind of strengthen up, or at least find a champion or 2 in all the other roles to increase my abilities there. I keep track of days of the week, like my record on days of the week, and I perform significantly better on Saturdays, Sundays, and Tuesdays, coincidentally. I perform very, very badly on Wednesdays, average on Fridays, average on Mondays. But Sundays in particular, I perform very, very strongly. Sundays and Tuesdays. Here's where that music thing kicks in. I go through, and I'll see if I can bring it back up. It's at the bottom. I write down all of the different stuff I was listening to for the games, and discovered pretty much for this month anyway. This is going to vary, and this is kind of why I'm trying to keep track of it, to see like whether it puts me in a frame of mind or something like that. It's just kind of a fun thing, like almost like research for myself. I find that when I'm listening to metal, I tend to play a little bit better. I think I wrote significantly, but it's only a little bit better. And specifically when I'm listening to Armin van Buuren, I do quite well as well. So, let me see if I can go back. Where you at? Okay. So, that's going to be my March 2013 solo queue stat analysis vlog. I'm going to try to do these every month. I might end up doing them every 2 weeks, but it'll depend on, how often I feel like compiling these stats. Realistically, probably every month, because it does take quite a bit of time for me to do this. Let me know what you guys think. Follow me on Twitter at GelatiLol. YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube. It's GelatiSTA1, and follow the live stream Twitch TV/GelatiLol. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll be starting some solo queue live streaming in about 5 minutes. Thanks for watching. Bye.